Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Thanks for checking in. We're live in downtown Vegas, Circa Resort and Casino. Busy hour coming up. Do you concur in 15 minutes? Mike Palm, bottom of the hour. Let's start it off with a bang. We head out to the Progressive Guest Line Wednesdays with Vito's son. The great Sal Paolantonio joins the program now. Sal Pal, great to talk to you again. How are you, my friend?
Oh, it's the best part of my week on Follow the Money, 5 o'clock Eastern. Everybody talks about it. Everywhere I go, they love me with Mitch and Pauly on Follow the Money. I'm telling you, it's a big hit out there, man.
Damn right.
Sweeping the country. You were just in Foxborough watching New England blow a 21-0 lead to Buffalo, and the Bills, they got to have a game. They had to have it. Well, now let's spin it forward here to Sunday night. The team that you watched lose that game, New England, now they need to hold off Buffalo. They need it for any chance to track down Denver for the 1 seed. And you want to talk about got to have it. Well, it would be Baltimore, right? Because Pittsburgh won again on Monday night. So who do you like?
This is a huge game for both of these teams, the Ravens and the Patriots. And what did the Bills do to the Patriots in the second half? It was so simple, it was diabolical. They just decided, you know what we'll do? We will shut down the run, and we will ask the second-year quarterback, Drake May, to beat us. And he couldn't do it. He could not do it. And it was Josh Allen, 5 straight touchdown drives to close out the game. I was really impressed. Josh Allen's the best player in the National Football League, but it was Sean McDermott's defense that shut down the Patriots' running game. They had -1 yards in the second half until Travion Henderson ripped off that 65-yarder, but it wasn't enough to hold off Josh Allen because they couldn't throw the ball. Patriots could not throw the ball in the second half of that game. Now, the Ravens are similar in their ability to stop the run. They're very good against the run. And if they can do that, and they can say, all right, Sunday night, M&T Bank Stadium, go ahead, Drake May, see if you can beat us. I don't know if he can do it. I like the Ravens in this game. You know, the Ravens are very good blitzing their D-backs, especially Kyle Hamilton. And I think it's one of those things where they could get Drake May on the run, and that will not be good for the Patriots. I like the Ravens in this game. I really do. Give it 2.5. Yeah.
Yep. Bills are playing with fire, though. They have allowed 180 yards rushing 6 times. They are 4-2 in those games. The rest of the league is 4-26. They can't expect this unbelievable performance by Allen every single game.
They are playing with fire, and they need to do a better job in the first half. You know, Josh Allen can't bail them out all the time, down 21-7. And they didn't have an answer for the biggest problem, and that was Drake May running with the football, which he hasn't really done this year, and he didn't do it in the Week 5 game up in Buffalo. So, first half, Jock Smith-Daniels outcoached Sean McDermott. But I think in this game, the Ravens are home, too experienced, and they got the best safety in the NFL, Kyle Hamilton, and Drake May is not going to be allowed to run all over the football field. So I like the Ravens in this game.
Yeah. I want to throw what Pauly said to you there about Buffalo. Sal, the look-ahead line to next week when Buffalo hosts the Eagles. Buffalo's laying 3 in that game.
And they should. They should. You know, the Eagles did not prove to me, guys, that they were any better on offense against the Las Vegas Raiders. I watched the film of the Eagles offense. I went back and looked at it. Once the ball got inside the 20, the Ravens were really, other than Max Crosby, the Ravens were non-participants on defense. They weren't. They weren't involved very much in tackling, especially down near the red zone, in the red zone, and near the goal line. So, you know, the Eagles put up 31. I get it. But that's a 2-win team, Las Vegas. They were on the road. You know, the Eagles did not prove anything to me. Short week against the Commanders, I actually circled that one.
Yeah.
You know what? Thursday night and the 2 Saturday night games, I have the underdogs on all 3 of those games.
Really?
Wow.
Okay,
yeah.
so
I got the Seahawks,
okay,
the Commanders, and the Bears. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. So how about Saturday then? Because it's a hat and T-shirt game. They win the division. The first time we ever talked to you, you said they were undefeated. Washington's going to beat them. They give them problems. The games are close. So you think 6.5 is way too much here?
I do. I think 6.5 is way too much. These games are close. It's a short week. And here's the big bugaboo. The Eagles have problems with running quarterbacks. All year long, it's been a big issue for them. They didn't account for it. They didn't even account for Matt Stafford running with the football.
Okay, excellent.
So Marcus Mariota, as a runner, is going to give them issues, and he will keep it close in the fourth quarter, I believe.
Now, why Seattle? Because I know Darnold was horrible in the first meeting, although they won the game. Is it the Adams injury? Take me through why you like Seattle at home with the game of the year tomorrow.
Yeah, it's home. I like him at home. It's the Adams injury. And I think Mike McDonald does a great job adjusting on defense. He really does. And one of the things that I've seen him adjust to all year long, here's a little inside baseball, is 2 and 3 tight end sets. He's been very, very good in adjusting to that. And what is the number one thing that Sean McVay has run and been successful with on offense this year, more than any other head coach and play designer, has been the 3 tight end sets. So I like Seattle in this game because I don't think the Rams are going to score a whole lot of points.
Fair enough. You also said that you like the Bears. Just too many injuries now for Green Bay to overcome in this game?
I believe that's true. I mean, the Bears are home, and, you know, they really are chapped that they lost that game in Green Bay. And they're looking for a big blowout revenge game, I believe.
Okay, so under that scenario, if that all comes in, I want to ask if you have a strong opinion or if you've talked to many people about the coach of the year. Let's say McDonald and the Seahawks win that division. They're the 1 seed. But Ben Johnson and the Bears, they were a train wreck under Eberflus. If they win the North this year and so many other great candidates, do you have any thoughts on who could win the coach of the year? Who should win it?
If I had a vote, it would be between Mike Vrabel and Ben Johnson.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, yeah.
I'm all right with that. No problem. Monday night, Colts at home to the 49ers. Rivers had 120 yards on 18 completions. What do you expect Monday night now that it's game 2 and San Francisco's been hot offensively?
Well, I hope that Shane Steichen's going to do a better job coaching that offense that he did in the previous game. I mean, I don't understand why he took the ball out of Jonathan Taylor's hands. I really don't. And if he does that again, they're going to get steamrolled by the Niners. They're going to get steamrolled.
Yeah.
Their best player is Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
He should have 30 to 35 carries in this football game. If he doesn't, it'll be coaching malfeasance.
Well, he's playing with the tempo, though. So you hate that? He tried to shorten the game, and he chewed clock.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay.
Is the dynasty dead in Kansas City?
Oh, it certainly is. I do believe so. I mean, people will say, well, Tom Brady came back from a knee injury and this, that, and the other thing. But you got to remember, one of the things about Brady was his the way he changed his body in the second half of his career after that knee injury. And what he did in terms of his pliability, nutrition, and strength is really unprecedented. I don't know if he can duplicate that. Plus, he had, a lot of things going for him with Belichick.
Yeah.
That Andy Reid does not. And, here, I wanted to talk to you guys about this, and this is really, really important, that people need to understand what's going on in the National Football League in the last 2 to 3 seasons is that defenses have morphed more and more into 2 deep safety zones to try to stop teams from scoring a lot of points. The league changed, let the wide receivers run free, open up the passing game. Points went way up. Then points went down when defenses pulled those safeties deep. The teams that devised a running game, like the Eagles, the teams that devised a 3 tight end set, like the Rams, the teams that had a two-back offense like Detroit and now in Chicago, the teams that have done what Sean Payton has done with Bo Nix, those are the teams that are beating this two-deep safety look. Andy Reid did none of that in Kansas City. None of it. He didn't give Patrick Mahomes the kind of underneath passing game beyond Travis Kelce that was necessary to score points in the current NFL. He did not load up on the running game like the Eagles did. As a result, the Eagles tormented the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59 with a pass rush and a running game and an underneath passing game. And the Eagles didn't have to worry about that because Patrick Mahomes did not have that. And this is to me why I think, and no one's talking about this, this is to me why I think unless Andy Reid reconfigures the offense in the 2.0 era of Patrick Mahomes, the dynasty is dead.
Phenomenal answer.
Wow.
It's part of the reason why you are the best. We will talk to you on Christmas Eve, 1 week from tonight. Sal Pal, have a great week.
I wouldn't miss Christmas Eve. I got to go. Hey, follow the money on Christmas Eve. I need a Barbie dream house for my granddaughters. Come on.
Of course, no doubt about that. Enjoy the games this weekend, Sal Pal. There you go. Wednesdays with Vito Sun, joining us on the Progressive Guest Line. Up next, Pauly thinks the offense we watched this playoff contender put together last week can actually work. Do you concur? Next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Great moments in history have begun with a question.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
And what kind of hair product does Mitch Moss use? But Follow the Money wants to know.
Do you concur? Concur with what, sir? Do you concur?
The move today on Seattle in the under was correct. Gusts up to 38 miles per hour, and it's going to rain. Seattle now 1.5 in the total from 46 down to 42.5. Do you concur?
Yeah, I do. First of all, I was already on Seattle plus 1.5. Partial hedge, partially because I liked them. I also was thinking about getting in on the under, but I might be a little bit late to that party now. The bad weather continues up in that part of the country, unfortunately. And by the way, I still see 1.5 out there on the Rams at some books. But here at Circa, I think that happened. I'll double check the odds screen here, I think that happened recently, where Seattle moved to a 1.5-point favorite in the game tomorrow night. Comes down to Sam Darnold. Also, I do think the Adams injury is going to be big.
Yep.
I also like Darnold to go over his passing yards in the game.
All right, very good. These two games Saturday are huge for the future of the group of 5 teams. Do you concur?
Well, I mean, it's almost like it's like the majority is already speaking that we can never allow this to happen ever again.
There's a lot of that.
Right?
So after what happened with Notre Dame, there's a lot of, should a group of 5 team get in? But you're talking about a lot of conferences there, but you certainly have their haves and have-nots now with how NIL has changed things. But we got the Pac-12 coming, and it's an interesting discussion, but there's a lot of negativity. One of them has to show up and make it.
Yeah, the answer is yes, Pauly. If Ole Miss and Oregon both cover, we're talking about then probably 2 bloodbaths because they're such high point spreads. However, if one or the other, what if both, by the way? Just if they're like in it, late third quarter.
That's what you need.
Where it's a game.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, this is maybe a different state of college football than we ever even anticipated with how close these teams might be to each other.
Mm-hmm. I hope one of them's close in the second half. The Ravens need to blow it up if they miss the playoffs. Do you concur?
Yeah, I hope they do. Too much talent on this team across the board. I know they had injuries at the beginning of the year. That's not going to be a good enough reason for me. Also, this is not exactly Harbaugh's 5th year with the team.
Yeah.
So he's been here for a long time. The game plan this year, a lot of it has been, I think, miscalculated on their part. The Derrick Henry stuff, unless Henry's just hitting a wall and we don't know about that yet, and we're going to find out, when the 2025 season is written, Henry shot. Oh, okay. Now I get it. But this was a lot of people's highest power-rated team in the league entering this year. And if they're going to live in this window and not even make a Super Bowl, then yes, I think it's time for a fresh voice there for that team.
All right, I agree. No doubt. No score 5 minutes in the bowl game, 48.5 the in-play total. This offense can work for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do you concur?
Do you mean for
shotgun?
Another week?
Oh, no. Maybe get in the playoffs and do some damage.
No,
Win it competitive. Oh, wow. Okay.
No way am I going to concur with that.
I like what they look. They look good against Miami. And also shotgun and short throws. Should it work? Probably not. But it did, and Rodgers was excellent in that game.
That was also, how many times has he been excellent this year?
Two or three. The last 2 weeks he's been good.
He was also against Miami.
He played well against Baltimore, too. Yep.
So, no, I can't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It was fun to watch again. Do we actually think the team has some talent maybe here? And they've underachieved the entire year? Like, I like Gainwell. I can't deny that. I mean, I always have.
I like the cast that they have now.
You like Metcalf?
I like Metcalf, Thielen, MVS, Washington, Smith, Freiermuth, Gainwell, and I'll just throw it 5 yards every single play behind the line. Maybe hit a big one to DK.
Okay, so it probably is going to look at least decent again a couple of times here in the regular season, but no, to me, again, I've said this for 3 weeks. I want them in the playoffs. If the matchup's right, I have to fade them in the playoffs.
How about Joe Barry after the game with the embrace? You're the greatest of all time to Rodgers. Come on.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Oh, come on.
I mean, if you're talking... No, hold on. I know that you have a tough time doing this because you always have to factor in the rings.
Yeah.
But if you just talk about most skilled quarterback of all time, Rodgers absolutely has an argument.
It's okay to return a Christmas gift or say you don't like it. Do you concur?
Why do we have to fake it?
Why would I always have no problem with this. No matter
you're not,
any girlfriend I ever had. Like, if it wasn't the right size, it's really hard to guess or narrow it down because stuff is so different with shoes and waist and all that and bras and all that stuff. Going to Victoria's Secret purses, great example. I mean, that's just where a little help here. Need a little help. But if you would say this isn't my thing, I've done that before with watch or outfit. It's like, I'm not going to wear this. I'll take it back. You can have it, whatever.
Yeah. By the way, isn't it the thought that counts?
Yeah, sure.
So great thought, but for me, it doesn't work. Let me take it back and get something else. That also ties into my wife, for one example anyway. She thinks gift cards are the biggest waste all time of a gift.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm talking about like in general, like good friends or whatever. Me, if I ever got her a gift card, we'd probably get divorced tomorrow. So I'm gonna file that one away in case it's necessary down the road.
Love it.
But you're also not married, so I get where you're coming from with that. Okay. So it's like it's tough. Like if I don't hit it out of the park, you don't want a gift card. What am I supposed to do with that then? And you drop me a hint back in August? Come on.
What if you make a mistake on a purse?
That should not be the end of the world.
Well,
it should be, hey, honey, great job. Do you mind if we go back together and I'll show you the one that I actually wanted? It's probably going to be maybe even a little bit cheaper in the same ball. Yes, of course. No problem with that.
You can have the field. I'll take Arizona and Michigan. Do you concur?
Yes, because I want the field.
You want the field?
I want the field.
I'll take Arizona and Michigan.
You want to make a side bet right now?
Michigan's 5-1, Arizona's 10-1. What do you think that price is?
I'll take the field at even money. And how much money do you want to bet on it? Or do you just want to do like a really nice dinner here in town? You owe me like 17 lunches already over the history of this show. Of course, you're never going to pay him off.
Get out of here. Michigan's plus 125, Arizona's plus 210 to make the Final Four.
Ooh.
Duke's plus 180.
Give me the field. Luke, we got to mark the tape here.
That's an interesting problem. I'd like to know what the price is.
You know what?
That's fun.
Yeah, you can just run the math on that probably and see what the combined number on that would be to get both those guys, both those teams, and then have a no price on it. But you ask a book to come up with something like that, they'll probably create it for you.
Nick's on Tuesday. That's right up his alley.
Okay.
Victor Wembanyama is more of a freak, athletically speaking, than Shohei Ohtani. Do you concur?
I mean, watching the game last night, yes, I would say yeah. And I don't just want to factor in like, hey, Shohei, we've never seen this before. Batting and pitching, we have never seen anything close to this guy playing an NBA game.
I don't think he ever will again.
No, I probably not.
7-4, bring the ball up between his legs.
That stretch
go to the rack, can kick it out, dunk it, whatever.
That stretch he had last night in the third quarter, knocking down those threes, the mid-range game, I'm like, what are we watching here? It's so difficult to comprehend. And again, we thought Greek Freak was going to be an all-time, talent or something that we've never seen before. This guy's taking it up about 3 levels.
Yeah.
We do not need, nor do we want 3 NFL games on Christmas. Do you concur?
I'm okay with it. I think two's a better number, but it's the problem that the problem is they're trying to come in and steal it from the NBA.
Yes, they are.
And they run 5 every day. And now it went from, well, could we even do this? And now it's just gluttony now.
Sure it is.
They went from, could we actually do this and play a game, to now here's 3 of them.
It's the ultimate greed.
And this one blew up on them, though. It was bound to happen, but this blew up on them that none of the games are going to mean anything. But maybe Detroit could be out of it, too.
I'll also say this, I don't mind watching a movie on Christmas Day. And years ago, I actually missed this, just based on different circumstances. But when I lived in Wisconsin, it was always the best day to get together and play cards. Great, loved it. Family, friends over, have a couple of pops during the day.
Yeah.
You'd watch the NBA back then, and we would sit there and play dirty clubs and euchre and
Guts.
high-low roll 'em back. And
you play Guts?
Guts, Herpes, game called Herpes, Buckham. I could keep going. Oh, these are unbelievable card games that you just come up with. And the pots would grow just to awesome levels. And you'd look down and it's 4 hours later, you're still playing cards with a big group of people that you love to be around. Yes, I couldn't do that anymore now.
Yeah.
With these games just taking up 10 hours on Christmas Day, it's too much.
All right. Fair enough. Good job. What happens if you're in an accident this time of year and the other driver doesn't have insurance or nearly enough? Call our guy Al Lasso. These holiday plans take a backseat to medical bills, car repairs, and missed work. If that happens, and Al Lasso will step in with Lasso Injury Law. They know the ins and outs of uninsured and underinsured motorist claims, and they fight to make sure you're not left paying for someone else's mistake. And I got freight trained a couple of years ago. Al handled everything. It was phenomenal. If the worst ever happens, you're not alone. Lasso Injury Law here to protect you and your family when you need it most. Call 702-625-8777 for a free consultation. No voicemail, no runaround. Just real people ready to help. Lasso Injury Law. Your future matters. LassoInjuryLaw.com or 702-625-8777.
Old Dominion is now looking at a 2nd and short inside the 20 of South Florida. Under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Mike Palm, VP, Circa Las Vegas on the program coming up next. The team to bet to win the AFC right now is...
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Good to have you on board as we continue here. Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, live in downtown Las Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. Wednesdays are always great. Start the hour off with Sal Paolantonio. We end it, the final half hour, with the maestro, Mike Palm, VP of this great property, joins us in studio. Good to see you, pal. How are you?
Hello, Mitch. Hello, Paul. How are you?
Hey,
Happy
Mike.
holidays.
Back at you.
God bless.
So this is my tease. I want to pay it off right away. Is there a bet to be made right now on a team to win the AFC? That I look at the odds board and I'm like, this is a complete mess.
Well, I say this for the narrative of, in his career, when does he have a chance to avoid Mahomes and maybe Jackson?
Right.
Hello.
And if this isn't Allen's year, when is it
Hello.
ever going to be? This
Well
is
said.
it.
Yeah, well said.
Whether they win the division or not.
No Jackson, no Mahomes, no Burrow. I
Right.
totally agree.
What?
And they're probably going to have to do it with 3 road wins.
You can find
this
it.
is-
You can find them still at 850 to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Not really in Nevada. Well, yeah, but I don't know how big a bet they'll take down the street here in Nevada. But you can get them at 8-1 at places that'll take a bet to win it all.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you trust the young quarterbacks?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Can you say, oh, Bo Nix, but the Packers never win in Denver?
Ever.
They just don't ever win in Denver. That's why I said, if the Packers win this game today, I think I'm going to bet them to win the Super Bowl because they never win in Denver.
All right.
And they didn't.
No.
And they didn't.
They look great, by the way, for the first 2+ quarters.
Look terrific.
And then it just, unfortunate what had to happen at the end of that game.
It's all set up for him. The boogeyman's out. The guy that can't beat.
I really believe that this guy, it's not going to this guy should just be the MVP every year. Without him, they're the Jets.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's the same thing every year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
fair.
can't beat them in the second half. Doesn't matter how far you have them down.
Would you use Saints in Survivor? if you don't have Houston. Mitch, what's your number? 1.5?
I made it a half. You mocked me, so then I made it at 1.5.
3 have Houston.
Yeah.
1 has Buffalo. 18 million and change.
But you got to be ready then to go on the other side, right? I mean, you have to be prepared.
Are people trying to get prepared?
Well, there's been 2 requests come in out of the 10 so far this week that we've dealt with, and there may be more coming in. Of course, those are going to be people who are going to be in Nevada, right? If you're not in Nevada, then you got to do some things because we can't give credit anywhere but in Nevada where we operate casinos. So then you got to do some other things. But
you can't do that.
I can't. We can't. We don't run those
Oh.
casinos. We can't. The guy's got a ticket in Chicago. Let's say he was in Illinois. Can't extend credit to him in Illinois. It has to be in Nevada.
So it appears they're not going to have a chop. And how this
Looks like no.
Yeah, right. So no chop.
I
And
think
then-
everybody thinks that it's going to be down to 4 or 5 after Christmas, and they're rolling the dice.
Yes,
right?
because only 4 have Dallas. And so then 5.
Yeah, but the Dallas suddenly looks worse now that they're eliminated.
But
you would
you
have
don't-
thought
yeah.
they might have still been live.
But no one has
And the
Detroit.
Chiefs, the one that has the Chiefs, you're going to use the Chiefs now?
Yeah, well, that's killer.
It's
That was a
really
killer.
last week was a big hit
Killer.
for Survivor in the games that just didn't win the teams for down the road.
Yep.
There are 5 people that'll have to use Washington or Minnesota.
Who would you rather use?
I do think Mariota is a decent quarterback. I don't know. I mean, I also thought Mariota was going to rally them at Minnesota when he came in when it was down 17-0, and I took them plus 16.5. They ended up 34-0.
Yeah, I like Washington in that game overall.
Tony Farmer had a good point. Last man standing
Yeah, yeah.
pod. He goes, if you just got to use Washington because of how much equity you'll pick up because 5 people or 4 people have to be on Dallas. So if
Oh,
you
yeah.
have them both, just take Washington. And it's a double win.
Yeah, right.
But then again, it's like, what if Detroit's eliminated and Minnesota and McCarthy look good again? Suddenly you can be talking about like a 5 or 4-point dog as opposed to maybe a pick 'em or something like that. And that's what a conundrum that is for hedging if you're talking about a team that's 180 on the money line.
It would be very hard for me to go out on McCarthy.
You're still not there?
I'm not there.
Okay. It's
Well,
been
so
better.
what? Did he look good against Dallas?
2 games in a row, bad defenses.
Bad defense.
All right, fair
Detroit's a bad defense.
Fair enough. Okay.
I don't think Detroit will be eliminated yet at that point. Right?
Not if they lose to the Steelers. That's all she wrote.
What are they back of the Packers? Game and a half?
Yeah, they lost a tiebreaker. Green Bay's 91%. Yeah.
That's all good news for the Bears because that'll be a meaningless game for Detroit at the end of the year. The
That's
Bears
possible.
will
Yeah,
get
right.
in one
That's
way or the
possible.
other.
Yep.
Uh,
Now,
let's go ahead.
I was going to say, it probably doesn't take a lot of money to move a game from about pick to minus 1.5.
No.
But have you seen like decent bets on Seattle here? Because now you guys have Seahawks minus 1.5 tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I think that might be a little bit of people hedging Rams to win the division, and futures people have on. I think a little bit. Darnold still has to prove it to me in the big game.
I wanted to ask you that.
We watched
Sure.
Mitch. Mitch, come on. If this team had a proven quarterback, wouldn't Seattle be the favorite to win the Super Bowl?
100%.
I think so.
Yep.
But in the game against the Rams, he cost them the first game. 4 picks. And they still had a shot to line up to kick a 58-yarder to win the game.
Yeah.
Four picks. We saw what he did. That's why Minnesota moved on from him. As well as he played for 16 games last year? The 2 games in the spotlight were just awful.
Right.
We haven't seen him perform in the spotlight yet.
I was going to say this game truly, other than hedging, right? Take that out,
Yeah.
part out for a second. If you're betting the Seahawks, it all comes down, like your trust level on the guy has to be higher than the average person.
It has to be because I think, look, Stafford's a favorite to win the MVP right now. So you didn't say it's Seattle advantage at quarterback. I think you could argue the defenses are very comparable. If anything, you might say head coach advantage slightly to McVay, or you say it's a push, and Seattle has home field. So I mean, to bet them at -1 is saying you think Darnold can hang with Stafford, and match him throw for throw, or not turn the ball over
Right.
at all.
That's exactly right.
But listen, I don't think they've looked particularly. They've had a schedule that's fallen into their laps since they played the Reds. They're a 2-touchdown favorite every week. I mean, they had dear life to beat
right.
Phillip Rivers. You had the Brosmer game that'll go down in history is what I mean. You know what I mean? Everything is just fallen into their laps. So every time you look up, they're a double-digit favorite.
It's true.
He's anti-Christmas. I don't have a problem with it. I don't like what they're doing this weekend.
NFL on Christmas. Hold on.
The
here.
Saturday?
Yeah, right. Right. Yes, what they're going against the playoff games in college. I talked to your great staff before the show. I said, will Chicago Green Bay have a better handle than the 3 playoff games? They are saying they are taking nothing on the Tulane Ole Miss and James Madison Oregon game.
Who would bet it? Who would bet those
That's
lines?
what I'm saying. I know. So are you concerned about what do you think the handle's going to be?
I'm concerned because they put the game of the day at 9 a.m.
That's right.
Another one.
That should be the Saturday night game or the Friday night game.
Right.
Isn't it supposed to be the best 2 matchups are the nighttime games?
Yeah.
And instead, you get a rematch of 2 offensively challenged teams, in Alabama and Oklahoma. Let's be honest. That first game was ugly, right? Simpson was awful the first time they played in Tuscaloosa. And then you get Stormy going out there for, I bet Oregon over 34.5 team total.
I like that.
I laid a little bit of juice because it was 30, but I mean, I think they can name their score.
Yeah.
They did a poll of the Power 4 coaches not in the playoff.
Yeah.
And like 3% said James Madison had any chance to win this game. I mean, it was like 2 coaches. I mean, everybody.
Did they ask him about Tulane?
12% said Tulane had a chance to win the game.
Really?
So,
Yeah. They've improved, but that first meeting was ugly.
The
No
yardage
doubt
was,
about
they
it.
doubled them up.
Yeah, it was bad.
I went back and watched the tape of that game because I didn't watch it in real time.
Is Oregon, sorry, I was going to say, is Oregon 34.5 team total over? Is that your favorite bet of the first round?
Yeah, and I did play. The number got away from me when it was 43.5 or 44, the total. It's come down too much for the Oklahoma-Alabama. I did take Oklahoma +2 only because I think they have a much better special teams. The kicker is 100 times better than the Alabama. And the Alabama kicker has been unreliable.
Yeah.
And the Oklahoma kicker is probably the best kicker in the country.
No, not probably. He is.
So
he missed one. He
I
won the
think
Groves
that in a
Award.
game like that, I'll take 2 with the much better special teams.
Yeah. How significant is this that they've they upped the jackpot threshold to $2,000?
So yesterday, the IRS came out with their draft of the new W2G, which says it's now $2,000 for a reportable. That's not just for a jackpot. That's for a tournament and stuff too, right? That's for 1099s as well.
Okay.
It goes to a $2,000 threshold. So, I mean, they're just asking for comments, and I'm sure that we're 99.9% that on January 1st that's going to be, because who's going to come out and ask for revisions, say no after you fought for it for all these years? So I think it's significant for high-limit slot players. Like I told you when we went down to Kentucky with these historical horse racing machines, and we went down there on a Tuesday afternoon, and the high limit was the busiest part of the casino down there at the Mint. And we asked the GM, boy, you have a great high-limit slot business. He says, well, we have the advantage because we don't have to go with the $1,200 threshold because they're not technically slot machines. They're historical horse racing. So we go by horse racing rules. It's got to be 300 to 1 before they pay taxes on it.
Oh, my
So
God.
all the people are there playing in high limit because of the advantage would not have to pay the tax.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Right?
What did Derek say? Most of these are 1,500 or under?
Oh, yes. If you look at from 1,200 to 2,000, it's always heavily related to the bottom of any tier, right? Mm-hmm. And so if you go up from 1,200 to 2,000, there's more than 78% of them are at 1,500 or lower. And if you go to 1,700, it's 88% and all something.
Huge.
Well, okay, so why 2,000 though? Wasn't there talk? Didn't
They
Derek want like
pushed for
5,000?
Oh, we pushed originally for 75, and this was the compromise was 2.
That was
but they're
the
going to put a
compromise.
cost of living thing, so it's going to move every year. It'll go up with the
Oh.
consumer price index,
All right,
CPI.
more with the maestro, Mike Palm, coming up here and Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, including You Cannot Be Serious. Next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Welcome back. We continue here Wednesdays with the maestro, Mike Palm. He is the VP of Circa Las Vegas, the Golden Gate, and the D. Time now for You Cannot Be Serious.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
Let's start in France. French tennis player Quentin Fillon. Have you ever heard of this name? He achieved the highest world ranking of 488 in August of 22. Was facing 30 charges of match fixing and corruption from the International Tennis Integrity Agency. He was suspended in March of 2024, facing these charges. Now, not only was it alleged that he fixed his own matches, that he took money not to perform at his highest level, but he also recruited other tennis players into this match fixing ring and bribery ring. It appears he was the conduit for a larger criminal syndicate operating within the tennis community. So this judge in France finally issued a ruling. He was faced with 30 charges, 27 of them involving his own 11 individual matches and then recruiting other players, and then 3 involving his doubles matches. He was acquitted of the 3 charges in his doubles matches, but convicted of the 8 charges in his 11 singles matches and the other 19 charges of recruiting other players, taking bribes, and interfering in the investigation. What do you think you would give a guy who did this, who fixed matches for 3 years and recruited other people to fix matches?
How many years in jail?
How many years of being barred from the sport of tennis that he can't play
it's
tennis?
lifetime?
No, only 20 years. He gets 20 years.
Okay.
20 years, of which he gets 2 years served. Well, this was... And
Sure.
so he can come back in 2024. So you mean to tell me that a guy that gets convicted of 27 counts of match fixing still can come back and play in the sport? He's only 26. He can be on the senior tour in France in 2024 or 2044.
Go get him.
International Tennis Integrity Agency.
You cannot be serious.
All right. Yeah, were you guys watching this Chiefs-Chargers game on Sunday? It's one of the dumbest non-end of a game plays I've ever seen in my life. And when I watched it, I said this had to be the players improvising. So the Chiefs are down 10-3, a little under 4 minutes left to go in the first half. They're at 3rd and 16. The Chargers are from the Chiefs' 49. So Herbert quickly completes a pass to Keenan Allen outside of the right hash at the 42. I'm thinking if Allen can get to the 38, maybe they give Dicker the kicker a shot here. No, Allen immediately turns and rifles a one-hopper to the running back, Omarion Hampton, who's almost standing out of bounds. It's 40 yards across the field. Back to the original line of scrimmage, the 49, where he's tackled at the 47, and they punted. I couldn't wait for them to interview Keenan Allen after the game and say, what were you thinking? Couldn't you have gotten 4 or 5 more yards to set up a field goal? But they did not have to interview Allen because Jim Harbaugh said it was a called play. It was a designed lateral. The play was so bad it was ruled a fumble in the record books. A 7-yard loss, fumble. Greg Roman, the greatest head coach at Holy Spirit of Seekin in New Jersey in the history. I cannot believe this play call. I cannot believe that a Harbaugh would make this play call. Jim Harbaugh!
You cannot be serious.
All right, now this is from the heart here. I'd just like to review some statistics from the Raiders' performance. In October at Kansas City and then last Sunday against the Eagles. Against the Chiefs, they had 3 first downs. The Eagles, 7. Against the Chiefs, 0 of 8 combined on 3rd and 4th down. Against the Eagles, 3 of 13. They ran 30 plays in Kansas City for 95 yards. Sunday, they ran 42 plays for 75 yards. 1.8 yards per play. 25 pass attempts for a total of 29 yards against Philadelphia. In both games, they never even entered the red zone. And their time of possession combined in both games was less than 37 minutes. I think Roger Goodell has to invoke in the interest of the game and force the Raiders to trade Brock Bowers and Max Crosby. This is an unfair, a cruel, and unusual punishment to make them play on this franchise that can't even get into the red zone in an NFL game. Yeah. It's a total embarrassment. Now you can say Crosby took the money, let him stay there and suffer. But what did this poor kid Brown? Release him from his rookie contract, for God's sakes, Goodell. This roster is devoid of any talent. Thank God, 74-year-old coach Pete Carroll still has a lot of energy on this rebuild. General Manager John Spytek.
You cannot be serious.
Do you know who the O-line coach and run game coordinator is?
Who is it?
Carroll's son.
Well,
Chip Kelly gone, special teams coach gone.
Carroll could fire him like Lombardi and Belichick did. Fired their kids and blame the coordinators. I thought it was all Chip Kelly. What happened?
Yeah.
Try not to completely overreact here. Some of the worst teams I've ever seen in my life. The Hugh Jackson / Freddie Kitchens Browns teams. Very top of the list. The Rich Kotite years, that year with the Jets. As bad as I can ever remember. I think this team is in that category.
What about the McKay Bucks, the expansion team?
You
were a little young.
I wasn't even born.
Okay. Well, I was young.
Tony Rizzo said Stefanski's worse than Kitchens.
What?
Not a chance.
He's a coach of the year.
No.
They're bad this year.
No.
Yeah, but
It's
he was
awful
dealt a
this
bad
year.
hand, I think.
The roster's terrible, I know, but it's also some of
the roster. The
have
Raiders
you seen these
roster is-
two-point conversion calls? I mean,
The Raiders roster is devoid of any talent.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
They're absolutely, they're so bad. It's an embarrassment for everybody
Maybe they'll agree
involved.
to running clocks in the rest of their games.
I hope they do.
In the interest of the game.
They can't surpass 100 yards.
They can't get in the red zone. There's 60 minutes of football. They can't get to the red zone.
Old Dominion has taken a 7-3 lead against South Florida. This is the Capital One Bowl, start of the second quarter. Are you guys seeing any action, any interest at all in these bowl games compared to what you did 3, 4, 5 years ago?
Well, no, we don't even want to see it. Who knows who's playing? Who cares? Nobody cares. The players don't want to get injured. Anybody that's going to go on and have any kind of a career beyond this, they're not going to play. I mean, we've set the limit so ridiculously low, we really don't want to take any bets, Mitch. I mean, we used to take $30K on these bowl games, even the early bowl games. We're taking $2,000 on a side and $1,000 on the total now.
Compared to 30,000 not that long ago.
Or $100,000 on the playoff games. They're the only one we know teams are trying.
Oh.
These bowl games have become like, what are we going to take on slap fights or steer wrestling? I mean,
what a line.
It's like booking the draft. Who knows who's playing? Who cares?
Wow.
I used to love bowl season, Mitch, as a kid.
Used to be the best.
You were getting all the polls, the confidence pools, 31 for the bowl you liked the best, 1 for the worst. Those were some of the funnest betting times of the year.
No doubt.
And now, who knows? I mean, I don't even know what the schedule is. Was Boise played in some bowl against
Saturday
Washington?
already.
I looked. It was like 31-3. Mm-hmm. I mean, what?
By the way, isn't that a cry for help? That stadium holds 70,000 people. You had Boise and Washington. Mm-hmm. Those are supposed to be two nice name programs, right? They announced 23,000.
What are we going to get for the Las Vegas Bowl in the 17-point line? There are a lot of people coming from Utah because it's Whittingham's last game. People will come from Nebraska because they want to get out of the cold. But
yeah,
I see what about the NBA Cup? It might move from Las Vegas?
Yep.
They weren't impressed with the crowds?
Storied college arenas.
Well,
that sounds pretty good. But did you see next Saturday, the 27th? Saturday, there are 8 bowl games.
With the NFL triple header.
With it, doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Yeah, but there's 2 very good NFL games, and there are 8 bowl games all day. I mean, what are you doing with the schedule?
I don't know. You used to have the 4 games on New Year's Day. You used to, right?
Yeah.
If you got New Year's Eve, that was the next best day. It would lined up of importance.
Oh, yes.
Now
right?
it's nothing to do with importance.
No. I mean, you would know the national title winner is like, hey, the Fiesta Bowl is pretty big today, but wait until the Orange Bowl tonight.
The Orange Bowl always had some say in it, right?
No doubt. Oh, yeah.
Some say in it.
Yeah.
They're up against it with the NBA because you don't know if your team's going to be in it. And then you have the short turnaround where it's, okay, now I'm going. And our team made it whatever. Like Knicks fans, the Lakers didn't. Lakers would have been easy, but OKC, Spurs.
The players
Knicks,
love it.
Yeah, they do.
The players love this. I don't think the fans really.
No, if he's actually going to be true to his word here, rather than just tease people, that would be pretty awesome to go to
oh yeah,
Allen Fieldhouse, right? Go play where the Jayhawks play. Go play at Cameron Indoor. Go play at Rupp Arena. Go play at Butler. Come on, that would be phenomenal. Go play.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Is the Mecca still operating in Marquette?
Got that.
Hey,
good that.
You like the? I'm sorry, I know you're running up against it. Grade Quinn Hughes trade for the Wild. What grade do you give Guerin on it?
Oh God, I don't know.
Okay, I think there's a lot of layers to this.
You still love this team? You're on them? You're all over the Wild?
They got 2 great
Wall of
goaltenders.
St.
The
Paul?
problem is you got to beat Dallas and Colorado just to get to the West Final.
Yeah.
It's very
Colorado's
interesting.
it's not fair. Official horse racing partner of VSiN, First Bet, built for bettors who demand more. First Bet isn't about placing a bet, it's about helping bettors of all levels with AI handicapping tools that provide data-driven insights to help you make smarter bets. Their in-app tools give you win, play, show probabilities for each runner. You can quickly and easily identify good value plays and improve your ROI. Take advantage of the limited time $250 sign-up offer. Claim your bonus promo code VSiN250. Sign up in the First Bet app or at firstbet.com. Promo code VSiN250. Go get it.
You're out next week.
Yeah.
Have a great Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
You're going to be back before the new year?
I'll be back on New Year's Eve with you, right?
Very
on
good.
Wednesday?
Very good. I will give you an angle that is 30 and 13 coming up next.